my name is Jason Mercer, the Toronto Real Estate Board's Director of Market Analysis. We are now through the first month of the new year, and it's clear that the handoff from 2015 to 2016 was a strong one. Greater Toronto Area Realtors reported 4,672 residential transactions through TREB's MLS system in January 2016. This result represented an 8.2% increase compared to January 2015. Now, the fact that we saw year-over-year growth in sales is not surprising, given that recent polling conducted for TREB by Ipsos suggested that 12% of GTA households were seriously considering the purchase of a new home in 2016. Buying intentions are strong for this year as households continue to see home ownership as an affordable, long-term investment. Even with the slight uptick in advertised mortgage rates over the last couple of months, would-be homebuyers are still benefiting from borrowing costs that are near record lows. And don't forget, many households are still able to negotiate discounts off advertised rates. Now, recent polling by Ipsos also suggested that only a small percentage of households would be impacted by the stricter mortgage lending guidelines coming into effect in the middle of this month, which will require buyers to have a 10% down payment for any amount of the purchase price above $500,000. So the bottom line is that the January sales results represent a strong start for what is forecast to be another strong year for homeownership demand in the GTA. Turning to home prices, the MLS Home Price Index composite benchmark price for January 2015 was up 10.7% on a year-over-year basis. The average selling price over the same period was up by 14.1%. The difference in the annual growth rates for the MLS HPI and average price was largely due to a greater share of high-end detached homes sold in the regions surrounding the City of Toronto this year compared to last. But regardless of which price measure you use, the message remains the same. We continue to see more competition between buyers in the GTA in January compared to the same period last year. So while we saw an annual increase in sales, this year-over-year growth was up against a decline in listings, both in terms of new listings entered into TREB's MLS system throughout January or active listings recorded at the end of the month. So competition between buyers was strongest for the low-rise segments of the market. It is within these segments where we have experienced a persistent lack of inventory. This is a trend that we expect to continue throughout 2016. So TREB's forecast is for annual rates of price growth for both the MLS HPI and the average selling price to remain well above the rate of inflation this year. So that concludes the summary of the January market statistics from TREB. I look forward to speaking with you again in early March. Thanks very much.
Brought to you by GTA Realtors.